Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hopefully, you can hear me loud and clear. Right. I promise this is the last time we are not going to go back to Crowdcast. It looks like it doesn't really work well. Now, if you can hear me loud and clear, please leave me a comment in the comments box before we begin so I can make my adjustments if I need to. Can you hear me loud and clear? Okay, so far I can hear Gareth saying much better. Okay, fantastic. Great. Today I have another workshop, and this time we'll be talking about how to make a membership website, and this can be applied onto your existing website or a brand new website. So we'll be discussing ideas of how you can turn your website into a membership website. I'll also be doing a step-by-step process of showing you how to set up this system on any website or even your existing websites. So we have quite a lot to cover in today's live stream. So please, if you don't mind, please share this live stream, because quite a lot of people now are probably trying to go to Crowdcast, and of course we've shut that down. So if you can just share this in the Slack channel as well, I'll really appreciate that. And then in a few moments we are going to begin. Today's episode is made possible by DiviCake.com. Check out their huge selection of Divi themes, layouts, and plugins. The link to that is in the description below. Right, I can see, Rito, that you've shared the link on Slack. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have quite a lot of you tuning in, and from different parts of the world, actually. I noticed that we have, in fact, I can't pronounce the name, but we've got someone here from Nigeria. Please leave a comment and state where you're watching this from. That'll be great as well. So we have Nigeria. We also have Hongju. I think you were on this stream last time. Good to see you again. Tim, good afternoon. Rito, again, awesome. We also have here Gareth, Wayne, AI Van. Oh, I can't pronounce that either. Russell, good to see you. Let's see. Who else we've got here? Godfrey, good to see you. Tim, excellent. Right, we've got Steve here watching from Belgium. Is it Corini from Australia? That's awesome. Carla from USA. Johannes from Austria. Wow. We have Fifi as well from Ghana. Awesome, great. This is exciting. Right, so before we begin, on Saturday, we are going to do a live website review. For some of you, you may have seen this previously. So we're going to do a live review. So what I've done is I've prepared a page on Mac University. In fact, you can see it by coming over. I'll just show you here what it looks like. So this is the page. Oh yeah, I see here we also have Ahmed from Milton Keynes, UK. Awesome. Stanley from Nigeria. We also have Hongju from Korea. Slay from Pakistan. Wow, that's amazing. Good to see you all. Right, so as I was saying, on Saturday, we are going to do a website review. So please go to macuniversity.com/reviews. In fact, I'll send a link in the comments box so that you can have access to that. So what I've done this time, which is different from how it was before, is on here, you can see it's blank on upcoming reviews. I will be adding the list of the websites that will be reviewed, and the ones that are reviewed, I will also just cross them out, or just maybe mention that, reviewed, so that people know when this was done, and also if their website was reviewed, because sometimes it's quite difficult to go back and try and find which websites are reviewed in the actual video. So this is the page, macuniversity.com/reviews. So if you can go to that, and I'll be doing the website reviews on Saturday. So again, I've also mentioned here that the review will be done in the order that they are submitted. So if you submit, your website will be on top of the list. All right, great. So The plugin that I'll be using for the membership website is called MemberPress. I've also linked it in the description below. Now, I will be doing a full course on how to design a membership website. So this course will be accessible to members. So those of you that are on the monthly membership, you will get access to the full course. So in this course, I'll be covering pretty much everything: how to set up your MemberPress website from start to finish, including all the bells and whistles and the things that I've also learned in running my membership website, which is Mac University. So I'll be covering quite a lot in that, and also I'll be providing support if you have any problems with your membership website. So if you're a current member on Mac University, well, this course will be absolutely free for you. And the other way as well that you can get this course is by buying the plugin using my affiliate link in the comments box below. But you will only have access to this actual course, not the whole membership. Okay, so all that information is in the comments box below. Right, so as I mentioned, this is the plugin that we'll be using. So it's called MemberPress. That's the one I use for my own website. So here we can see we have these plans. We have the Pro, the Plus, and the Basic. Now I've gone with the Plus. And I will also share the reasons why I've gone with the Plus, because it has quite a lot of features that you can use to make your website function even better. So I'll be showing you this on my demo website that I'll be previewing today. Okay, let's take a look here. We also have Diego from Italy. I forgot to mention that. And Scoble from the UK as well. Awesome. All right, guys, I don't want to waste a lot of time. Let's dive in now and let's get started with our tutorial. And by the way, if you have any questions, I'll be keeping an eye on the comments over here. So just add your comments in there after every, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be just taking a glance and taking a look at what the comments are. All right, so Wayne says, are there any free membership plugins? I'm not aware of any free membership plugins, but to be honest with you, if you were to go for the free ones, I don't think you'll really get like the features that are needed in order for you to run a fully fledged membership website. So I'm talking about integrations where if someone signs in, they are also added onto your email list, and also like features like, let's say on your website, you want to have recurring payments and stuff like that. I don't think you'll be able to get all of that in a free membership plugin. Okay. Okay, so let's continue, guys. I don't want to waste a lot of time. I'm going to switch over here to my desktop. Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go through and I'll show you what I have already installed on my website. So this is the dummy website that I'll be working with. So if I come over here to plugins, I'll just click on installed plugins. You'll notice that I have the MemberPress Plus plugin installed. Right, so this is this one here in the middle. So it's great. Let me just go through all these features so you can see why it's important to go with this. So if I scroll down here, the most important features are WooCommerce and also ConvertKit. So you are able to connect your website with ConvertKit, which is your email list provider. But there's also more. It's not only ConvertKit that you can use it with. So you'll notice here that if you go with the basic one, for this one here, the basic, it won't have all those integrations. So if you're really serious about creating a membership website, you may need to consider using the popular one, because that's the one I use as well. And that's the one I've installed. So you can see here it's Membership Plus. Now, before we get started, let's talk about situations or ideas that we can use our membership website for. So first of all, you can actually use your membership website for, maybe, like in my case, I've used a membership website when I created my a website for our tennis club. So how it worked was the paid members had access to the fixtures, also other extra stuff, and you can specify pages that you need to be covered by the membership plugin. So how it works is you just all you have to do is to log in, and then you can see all this extra stuff. So people that are not members will come to the website and see the basic website. But as soon as you become a member, a paid member, you'll start having access to, offers, discounts, dinners, and so on and so forth. So that's how I use it on my tennis website that I built for my tennis club. So there are also other situations where you can use this. So let's say you're a freelance designer, you can actually specialize in creating membership websites. So you can approach, churches, organizations, schools, colleges, and create this platform for them. This is really, really powerful. So this can separate you from the normal designer that's trying to just design any type of website. So you can actually specialize in creating membership websites. Okay, so I mentioned a scenario where you could be a church. So for church members, they could have access to maybe live streaming. So in order for them to see the streams, they have to be logged in. So when you log in, you'll have a special page which the members can see, or it could be any other information that you want your memberships to see. And they will also have a dashboard as you have on Mac University. Another way you could use this, as I mentioned, is a school scenario. So it could be maybe an area where parents can see your parents, and the parents can have their own section where they can access information. And students can also access certain information, and then the staff can also access certain information. So there's unlimited ways you can set up your website. And as you set up your membership website, especially with MemberPress, you can specify that parents cannot see the students' pages or student access. The students can't see the parents, but the teachers can see both the students and the parents. So you can set it up in that way. So it's very, very flexible and very, very powerful. Right. When it comes to payment processing, you can actually use MemberPress to process the payments because it has PayPal and Stripe integration. However, you can also use an external payment system. So it's very, very flexible in that regard. The other scenario you could use this is maybe on a blog. So let's say you specialize in maybe health and fitness, for example, or you bake cakes, but you want to give special recipes to members or paid members. So you can specify pages or even the blog posts. So every time someone tries to visit it, you can actually create an error page, which tells people that they have to be a member in order for them to view that content. The other scenario you can use this is for online training. So for example, Mac University is an online training platform. So I use MemberPress to restrict access to certain type of content. So let's say for anyone who signed up for my free WordPress course, that's what they have access to. So every time they try to access anything other than that, they will get an error message. So that's how I use this on my website. Okay, I can see here there's some comments from Godfrey. Godfrey, absolutely, you're right. In fact, I'll just read the comment. In fact, you can all see Godfrey's comments. So yes, you can use this plugin that I'm describing to actually do that. So it's really, really powerful. Yes, so Godfrey, you can define how you want it to work. So you can say free membership. So the free membership is a group where they can have access to maybe limited things. Like how I've used it on Mac University is I have a WordPress course, which I'm giving away for free. So they have access to the WordPress course, the free one. So they have the dashboard and everything. But as soon as they try to access the other courses, like for example, the Photoshop course or the Divi course, they'll get an error saying you need to upgrade your membership in order for you to view that course or to have access to that course. So you can have it, you can customize it however way you want, but this is the perfect plugin for that. Okay. Bonzo, I think. Good to see you. We haven't really gone into any of the tutorials, so you haven't really missed quite a lot. So it's good. Okay, so Gareth says here, is there a distinction between protecting content and needs of a membership association? Right. So when you protect content, you can do it natively in WordPress. So that's just you maybe giving someone a password to access a specific page. So let's say you restrict a page. So for anyone to see it, you need to send them a password. So when they get on that page, it will say enter your password to view this content. So you can actually use that, but that system is very, very hard to manage if you have quite a lot of pages and posts to protect. So this is where the membership plugin comes in, because it's more versatile. You can actually restrict access by just summarizing all the pages. So let's say you create a page which have child pages. So you can just go in and just restrict access to all those pages in one go. Whereas if you try to do it natively in WordPress, you would have to go into each and every page and do that. So it's quite difficult to manage. I hope that answers that. Gareth says, can you sell calendar year membership? Absolutely. You can share. You can sell recurring memberships. In fact, I have it here on my notes. The payment types are recurring, monthly, weekly, yearly, lifetime, and you can also have coupon codes that goes with that. So let's say you want to give away some coupon codes, you can also do that. And this one here is quite important as well. You can also have trials. So you can say a 14-day trial, and then after the 14-day trial, it kicks in and takes the first payment. But I'll be showing you this in this demo that I have for you today. Ahmed, you can do that, but this way here will be quite difficult, because that means you need to have what is known as WordPress multi-site to have all these websites in order for you to show them how the progress of their website is doing. But when I used to redesign websites, the way I used to do it was I would just have a coming soon page, but if they want to see their progress, it will be on their own domain name, and they can just log in and see how that page looks. But if you try to have all these websites on your own domain, it'll be quite difficult. And to be honest, it's more work in my opinion. Okay, right. So let's get started. Let me show you how to set up this page. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start by creating a landing page, just a basic landing page. And then after we've done that, I'm just going to start showing you how to put together your website, including the most important pages that you need in order for this to work. Okay, so let's dive in. Let me show you how to set this up. Right, so over here on my website, I'm just going to try and zoom in so you can see clearly. Okay, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by creating our landing page. So I'm going to come over here to pages. And then I'm going to click on all pages. So we need a very good landing page. So here I have the home page. So I'm just going to click and edit with this one here. So I'm going to click here with edit with Divi. I'm going to build this from scratch. However, you can use also pre-made layouts to build this. It doesn't really matter. Right, so I'm just going to close this for now, and I'm going to go with a full width header. Okay, and the reason why I like the full width header is because we can have more than one button here. So here you can actually say join, right? And then here you can say um, login. Okay, so this will be the landing page. So when they come on this page, they can either join or they can either log in. So we can just make it easier for your visitors to see or to access your website. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Lorem 2 to just copy and paste my dummy text. So I'm going to start by copying this and pasting it over here like that. And then I also need a heading. So I'm going to copy my heading here. I'm going to paste it in place. Right. You can also have a subheading if you need to. So let's just add that. We can just add a sentence. Okay, so there we go. So now it's time to customize this. So I'm going to come over here to design, layout. I'm going to center everything. And then I'm going to make this full screen. And then I'm going to save this for now and then delete this top section because I don't need that one. Right, so this is our basic landing page. So we may want to add an image here, which pretty much gives us an idea of what our website, what our membership website is about. So why not go over here to Pexels and let's look for an image that we can use. Now, I'm just going to go with any layout here. So it could be maybe something to do with parenting, maybe. So I'm just going to go with maybe this image here. Let's download it. But of course, like I said, your membership can be a membership about anything. It can be, let's say, dieting. It can be fitness. It can be, it can be pretty much anything. So in this example, I'm just going to add my image here. I'm going to come into my settings, click on background, and then I'm going to add my image. Select files. Okay, so this is taking a while to load. I guess it's because I'm live streaming. Anyway, I'm going to come over here to my downloads folder just to navigate to that folder, that image that I just downloaded. Okay. Right, let's upload our image. In fact, it's not showing. It's this could be a bug because normally when you add your image here, it's supposed to work. However, I can just close this and add it over here. So I'm going to click here in my full width header settings, and then scroll down here to background, and then I'm going to add my image, upload an image. Right, so now we have the image here in the background, which is great. The next thing I'm going to do is to make sure that my text here stands out. So that's, again, very, very important. So I'm just going to add black over here and just add a little bit of transparency. And then back over here on my image, I'm just going to scroll all the way down and change my image blending mode to multiply. So now we can see that our text is much easier to read. So if I come back over here on my background, I can actually adjust how much of this image I want to see. So you can see here as I'm scrolling down on the slider, it's allowing me to see more and more of that image. So I think this is good. Let's go ahead and save. Now, if you notice what I'm doing here, this is I'm just trying to set this up as quick as I can. But of course, you can go in here and change the colors of the buttons, even the sizes, and so on. Okay, so let's add one more section here. So a regular section. Let's add a single column, and let's say a text module. And in that text module, we are going to add the title for that section. So we are going to say why you should join. Okay, so why you should join. We're going to center this and we're going to set it to heading 4. Okay, So I've got my title here. That's great. I'm going to save. And then I'm going to also add another row. So I'm going to click this plus button here. And this time it's going to be 3 columns. And we're going to use blurbs for this. Right. So here is where now we want to perhaps style our text. So I'm just going to replace this text here. The title is fine. Right. So what I'm going to do now is to add an icon. So I'm going to come over here, add an icon. So you can add any icon that you need to. So for this, because this is like more of a parenting thing, we just need something that goes along with that theme. And by the way, you can also add your own icons from externally. You don't have to use these icons that we already have. All right, so I'm just going to add that heart. Come over here to design, image and icon. So we're going to change the color here of the heart. In fact, let's have this in a circle. So the circle color, let's go with this red. And then over here, we're going to change this to white. And then finally, we are going to change the size. So I'm going to click here on use icon font size and reduce the size of the icon. So maybe about 20, maybe about 30 is fine. Come over here to text. We're going to center everything. Okay, so that looks great. And what we could also do is maybe add a background color to this whole blurb. So if I come over here, I can actually add my background color just by coming over here and adding it by doing that. Okay, so let's add a light gray. Just something subtle. I'm just adding this so you can see the possibilities that we have here when it comes to the design. And then over here, we can see everything is very, very close to the edge. So we may want to add some spacing, and we can start adding our padding. So I'm going to drag the sliders here. So 20 is fine. And then for the left and right, again, I'm going to add 20. Right. Okay, so that's looking okay. And what we may also want to do is to add some borders. So let's add maybe 5. So now we have rounded borders over there, which is great. So I'm going to save this, and then I'm just going to duplicate this a few times. And just drag this into position. Like that. Okay, so far, is everyone with me? Any questions so far on how I'm creating the landing page? And as I mentioned, the landing page is very, very important because this is the page that is just similar to what we did last time with the e-commerce website. It's very, very important that we have this landing page look really, really nice because this page needs to convert. And what I mean by converting is people need to come to that website. The message needs to be nice and clear, and people should be able to join the membership or at least see the membership options. Okay, so this page needs to really, really look nice. Okay. Godfrey, if your clients, you say my client members can only join if they are from a certain industry, right? So that one is quite difficult to do because you have to pre-qualify them first before they join. Because let's say I come to your website, right? And I may not be, of course, I'm not in your industry. If I come to your website and I just join, what stops me from just joining? Because your website is just up there. So what you could do is you could actually maybe have a qualifying process. So you could say, fill in this form, and then in that form, you can then say, right, are you from this industry, that industry, whatever it is. So it's like a pre-application that they need to do. So in that application, if you notice that they are not in the industry that you like, you can just send them an automated email which says, sorry, you cannot become a member. These are the reasons why. But to really stop people from accessing, it's very, very difficult because there's no way of stopping anyone from going to any other website unless you pre-qualify them. So maybe have your whole website as a private website and then give access to those that pre-qualify, either maybe via a form or via a phone call or whichever way. But if someone comes to your website, there's no way of telling if they're in your industry or not. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Looks like okay, so Godfrey just responded. Fantastic. Any other questions before we continue? Is everyone following me right now as I'm going through this? Looks like the room is quiet, even though we have quite a lot of people watching. Renee, good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, now I can see the yeses. Okay, fantastic. So it looks like everyone is following me. So that's brilliant. All right, so I'm going to continue and just finalize the design of this page, and then we're going to move on. Russell says, so far, so good. Awesome, awesome. Right. Scobie says, eager to learn. Renee, likewise, fantastic. All right, great. So we're going to continue here and design our page. Right. So I'm just going to change these icons. But of course, once you've created these blurbs, you can just go in quickly and change these icons. So let's go in and change the icon. So I'm going to come on over here to image and icon. So I'm just going to choose random ones here. Which one can we go with? Okay, let's go with this one here, the chat one. Okay, and then over here, let's see what we can choose. Let's add this key, right? Okay, now I want to show you something really, really cool. So what you can actually do here is hold on your command key. So let's say your client says, oh, you know what? I don't like that color red. I want a different color on that. So what you could actually do is you can hold on your command key and click, and this is multi-select. So I've selected all these at the same time. So I can actually go back in now by clicking any of these settings icon. So now I can go in and do a change, which will be applied to everything. So if I come over here, I can actually change this icon. So let's say, do you see that when I move this over, it's changing the color? So that's actually really, really cool because this will save you a lot of time. Right, so we don't want this. So let's try this dark gray. But in fact, you know what? We need a bit of color. So this is where we can play around with this and see, which colors work well and which colors you'd like to use, for your designs. So maybe what we could do here is, because you want this to look really, really nice. So let's play around with some colors here. So I'm just going to go back over here to my background. And I'm going to add a specific color here. Okay, so let's go with that for our background. And then I'm going to come back over here to my design, image and icon. And then for my icon color, I think my icon color is fine as it is. And then for the circle here, we're going to add that for our circle. And then for our text color, I am going to change that to white. Okay, so I think that looks much better. Okay. But that's a quick way of going in and making, like massive, changes fast just by using that quick tip. Okay, I have a question here. Yes, it'll be saved if you want to view this later. All right, so now that we have this section designed, I'm just going to save this page. Right, so we have our page here. It looks great. Now it's time to go in and set up our memberships. So I'm going to come over here to my dashboard. Now let's go to our MemberPress plugin. So to set up your memberships is very, very easy. All you have to do is to come over here to memberships. So click on add new. So this one here, let's call it free member. Okay. The price here on the right is 0, which is fine. Page layout, we don't need no sidebar, so I'm just going to remove that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and publish this. Okay, now if I come back over here to my memberships, you'll notice that now we have this free member. Now over here now, we have the member URL. So this is created by default. So I've just copied that, and let's take a look at it in a new tab. So I'm going to come over here on my new tab, and then we can see here that this is our free member, and this is where they get to enter their first name, last name to register. In fact, right now, it won't look the way it's supposed to because I'm actually logged in. But let me show you what that would look like to a brand new member. So if I open this in a new incognito window and I go to that membership that I've just created, now look at this. This is where they register. So they enter their first name, their last name, the username, email, password, and they need to confirm the password and then sign up. So this is how members now sign up onto your website. So it's that easy. I mean, should I go through that over again, how easy it is to create a membership? Because all you have to do is to state what membership you're creating. The plugin automatically creates the membership registration URL, which is brilliant because that's the link that you need to send people to join. Okay. Are we together so far? Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we are on the same page when it comes to creating that membership. Okay, fantastic. So let's continue here. So now that I have created my free member, right, I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and then I'm going to add another one. So I'm going to come back over here to memberships. So this time, this one here is going to be a paid member. So all you have to do is to click on add new. So let's call this one here a VIP members. Okay, so that's VIP members. Okay, so this time, this one here is going to be a paid membership. So let's call this 997 VIP. Billing type. This is where now, I think it was Godfrey that was asking me. So we have different options here. We have recurring and one time. So if it's recurring, if I click here on recurring, now we have more options. Okay. So we have the interval. So it's monthly, yearly, weekly, every 3 months, every 6 months. So this is very, very good. And then over here, we also have a trial period. So you can add your trial period there. So if the trial period is, let's say, 14 days, you can just add, the days over here. 14 days. And then the trial amount, it could be 0, or it could be maybe a specific amount that you may want to add. And then allow only one trial. So if the person tries to go in and try to game the system and try to register for 2 free trials, it won't allow you to do that because you can specify here only to allow 1 trial. And then over here, you can also limit the cycles, but we're going to leave that as it is. Okay. So over here, I'm just going to remove the trial, and then I am going to go ahead and publish it. So when it comes now to promoting your memberships, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to go back to our memberships. So I'm just come over here, view to memberships. So now we have two. We have VIP, which is 997, as you can see, and then we have the free one. So what you could do is on the free one, you can just give them like limited access to whatever it is that you're providing for your membership, for your members, and then you can upgrade them now to the VIP. Okay, so think about it like I'm just thinking of a scenario where you can do this. Sometimes when I go shopping and there's a new product out there that a company is promoting, like let's say, for example, cheese, they will have like a small tray of cheese, and then you can just try by just eating that little piece of cheese. If it tastes good, then they also have another shelf on the side where you can actually buy the actual product. So this is similar to to that example. So free is just for you to get an idea of what's happening in the membership. If you like it, then you can upgrade to the $9.95, the VIP. I hope that's a good example, but that's how you would use this. Okay. So moving on. Now that we have these two memberships, how you want to do this now? Remember, on our homepage, we have, in fact, let me go to it here. Visit site. Okay. Open this in a new tab. So on our homepage, we have join now. Okay. So we could say join now for free. And then here, what you need to do is to take this link, which is the free one, copy it, go to your homepage, enable Visual Builder. So this join now, let's go in and customize this. So we can say join now for free. Okay. And then this one here is members login. Okay, but of course you can name this however you want. So this join now for free, we are going to link it now to the URL that I've just copied. Okay. So I'm going to save this for now. So that's how it would work. So you would link join now for free to your free membership, and then the members login, we're going to link that to the login for members. Okay, so moving on over here now that I have my memberships, the next step now is to come over here to your options. In fact, before you go to options, I want to show you what happens here on activate. Okay, now because this is the option, which is the plus, which I've just installed. Let me show you what you can do here. So once you add your license and everything, if you click here on add-ons, this is where you get to see all your add-ons. So there's a long list here, as you can see. So if you want your members to be added onto your autoresponder, so there's quite a few here. There's Active Campaign, Aweber, Campaign Monitor, Constant Contact, ConvertKit, which is the one I use. So all I have to do is to click here on install, and that installs the integration. And then if I scroll down over here as well, let's say you have downloads that you need your members to download. So let me just activate this plugin first and show you the other features. So I'm going to go back to activate. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here to add-ons. So here, let's say your membership is about maybe recipes that you give away, and every time someone goes signs up for the membership, they can download something. Notice here we have MemberPress downloads. Okay, so again, this is fantastic because you can upload and control access to your files for your membership, for your memberships in MemberPress. So this is really, really powerful. So if you need that feature, you can just install it by coming over here. And you also have your tools to import data into MemberPress using a CSV file. So let's say you have a list of users or people that you want to add to your website as members. This is how you can import them. Okay, and then moving on, there's quite a lot here. We also have Mailchimp, and then over here we also have WooCommerce. So if you want WooCommerce to control this, you can actually set it up by installing the WooCommerce integration over here. So this is really, really, really powerful. Now, let's come over here to the options, because this is where you want to spend quite a bit of time setting up everything for your website. So when someone signs on to your membership website, ideally, you want them to go to a thank you page, which is brilliant. You also want them to have an account page where they can see what their membership is that they're signed up to, how they can, when it's expiring and stuff like that. And then obviously, we're also going to need a login page where they can log in with their username and password. Okay. And then over here, we can add a specific message for anyone that is not a member. So that's like an error page which people can go in and see if they try to access content that is not accessible. Right. So I'm just going to click here on update options. So notice now what has happened. Now I have a thank you page, an account page, and a login page. Okay. So over here we can actually view it. So this page was created for you. So you can see here, it just says thank you, but obviously you can go in and customize this and then say, oh, thank you for signing up for the membership. Okay, so that's your thank you page. You can design this using Divi actually if you want to. So you can just click here on use Divi, edit with Divi Builder. Use existing content. So you can see here, now it says, thank you for signing up. And you can also come over here and center everything. So if I come over here to design, text, I can go to my text orientation and center this. And I can add even more information here. So let's say, rather than just have text saying, thank you for signing up, you can actually go in and add a video, a thank you video, or maybe even with an offer to something else. So I'm just going to search here for my video, click on video, and then I'm going to add an overlay. You notice here that every time I add a video, I like adding an overlay image. So I'm going to click here on this plus button, and I'm just going to use our default overlay image here that I have on the main page. But of course, you can upload any image that you want. So as we can see here, this video looks really, really big. So what you want to do is to come over here to design, sizing, and then reduce the width of that video down to about maybe even 50% and center it. Okay, so that could be your thank you video. Save that. So that's your thank you page. I'm going to save. And then if I exit the builder, this is how it looks like. So someone signs up on your website and then they get this thank you page. And then when they click this video, they can hear your message, what you have to say about the thank you page. Now, I want to talk about something important about the thank you page. Now, the thank you page is very, very important because this is where you can also do an upsell. So people would sign up for the membership and then they go to the thank you page. So on the thank you page, you can say, thank you for signing up for the free membership. I'm also giving you a one-time offer to the VIP access, and this is 20% off if you buy it now. You can also add a countdown timer. So this is an opportunity to try and get people to sign up for your VIP membership. It could be also a coupon code to some other product that you have on your website or any other thing that you can recommend. So you can see how powerful you can play around with the thank you page in order for this to make your membership website make you more money. Okay. Right. So moving on, let's see what else we can customize here. So back onto my site. So we've done the thank you page. That's great. Let's take a look here at the account page. So if I click here on view, I'm going to view this in a new tab. So the account page again is very, very important because it shows you your subscriptions. So as you can see here, you have no active subscriptions. That's because I haven't signed up to anything. You can also see the payments. You can also log out from here. So this is actually very, very important. And for those of you who are members of Mac University, you also have your own page that you have access to, which is similar to this. So you can have it, designed this way. But again, just as I did, you can go in and customize this page, make it look however you want it. And if you prefer having a sidebar, you can just go with this. And this could be links to other parts of your membership website. Okay, so now that we have the account here, we also have the thank you. Let's take a look at the login page. So over here, I'm just going to click on view. Again, I'm going to view this in a new tab. Okay, so I guess this one goes to the login. So this one here is a bit tricky because I'm already logged in. So it won't show me that login page because I'm already logged in. But the next stage now would be to add all your pages that MemberPress has created onto your menu. So let's come over here to appearance, menus. So you can see here these pages that have just been created. It's the login, the account. So the thank you page should not come over here. That should be happening behind the scenes. I'm going to click add to menu. Just going to drag this down here. In fact, the account page, in fact, let's just leave the account page for now. I'm going to save. So now when we go to our website, we now have your home, account, login, contact. But of course, you can have any other pages on your website. Okay. So moving on. I'm just going to come back over here and I'll show you some other settings that you may want to do on your MemberPress site. So I'm going to come back here on options one more time. So we've done these pages here, which is great. And then over here on the account, normally I don't really make any changes to this, but this is where you can force WordPress to use MemberPress login page, which is also good because the normal login page is quite difficult to brand. So if you use the MemberPress login page, this will be much better. Okay. Over here on the fields, again, I try and not collect as much information as I can from my subscribers. All I need is just the name and the email. But if you are creating a custom website where you want to add specific fields, maybe this is an organization like Godfrey was saying, and let's say you have specific fields that have to be filled in, like the address and all that stuff. You can add your custom fields by clicking this plus button, and then you can define what it is. So you can see here, this is a date. So you can add a date, you can add a multi-select, and so on. Okay, but I'm just going to delete that because I'm not going to add that. Okay, now moving on. And this tab here is very important because by default, it doesn't have any payments. But if you click this plus button here, you see now that we have an option to add PayPal. Okay, but of course, you need to make sure that you have a business PayPal account. So this is where you add your API username, API password, and the signature. And all this can be found in your PayPal account. Okay. You can also add other payment gateways. So if I click this plus button here, you notice that we have PayPal, Authorize.net, we have Stripe. Now, this offline payment is if you have a different payment gateway that you want to use for your payments. So let's say you have Thrivecart or you have any other payment system that you want to use. This can also work with MemberPress. Okay, so you have Stripe here. So these two are the most important because the Stripe is for credit cards. PayPal, I mean, you know what PayPal is. So this credit card option here works for anyone in the world that has a Visa, MasterCard, or debit card. So your website, like in my case, Mac University, I have people, coming in from all parts of the world. So they can use their credit card. So they're not bound by geography, which is brilliant. And again, you also have to add your publishing key and live key. Okay, so once your payments are done, the next stage here is the emails. Now, this is the most powerful part because as soon as someone signs up for your membership, they automatically get a welcome email. So if I click here on edit, you can have an idea of what this looks like. I'm just going to drag this down so you can see it. So there we go. So it says So it says here welcome, and then it welcome name. So this is the name that's used to sign up, that was used to sign up by your user. So it says welcome Jack, for example, or welcome Godfrey. You can log in here, and then it will add your login link for that membership that you've just created using the username and password. So here it will show you the username that you've used to create and the password. And the good thing is you can actually come in here and add more information. Okay, like that. Now, moving on, we also have other emails that are sent automatically. So let's say, for example, the receipt is sent, cancel subscription. So if someone cancels, they also get an email. Upgraded subscription. It also shows you that you've upgraded, downgraded, paused, resumed, refunded, failed transaction, credit card expiring. So if the credit card is expiring, it also sends an email out reminding you that your credit card is expiring. So notice that these emails here are sent to the user. Now the admin also gets his set of emails. So over here, if there's a new sign up, I will get an email which tells me, Jack has signed up, John has signed up, and so on. So you can also edit this, but you can see here that this is a fully fledged system that works seamlessly for you behind the scenes. So you don't have to go in and send all these welcome emails one by one as people are signing up, because that's a lot of admin work, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to take some questions so far before I continue. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and add your questions in the comments box. Scobie, very good question. And the question is, what if people forget their password? So if people forget their password, what happens is on their login page, there's an option which says forgot password, and they are able to go in and reset the password. So let me see if I can go to that link. So I'm just going to come over here. And open this in a new incognito window. Okay, I'm just going to switch over here to my so hopefully this is working. Right. So do you see that here on this login page, we have an option here which says forgot password. So if they forgot their password, all they have to do is to click here. They have to enter their username or email address, and then they can request a password reset. So that's how easy it is. So your membership website can actually run without you intervening or spending so much time with the admin work. So this is why this is really, really powerful. So any more questions? Okay, Andy, yes, you can restrict members, and I'm going to show you in a moment how you can do that. It's actually quite powerful. So I'm going to give you an example where I show you how to restrict access on one page, but that applies pretty much across board. So let's dive in and let's do that, because I can see here there isn't quite a lot of questions. So I'm going to switch back over here and let's continue with our tutorial. Okay. So let me just finalize what we have here on the options tab. So if I come over here to marketing, this is where you can enable ConvertKit or whatever integration that you've set up. And then on here, you can also add your business name, your details. This is quite important as well, because it just makes your membership look legit. And this is what is seen on your clients' invoices and so on. And then over here, we also have the general tab. So this is where you can set your currency, the symbol here. So it has all the symbols in the world. So this membership plugin can be used pretty much anywhere in the world, and then here the language code, again, look at all these languages. The taxes, if you want to enable tax calculations, you can also go in and enable your tax calculations. And this ideally is for corporations or companies that have this requirement. So you can enable VAT as well here, and then choose the country. So if you're in the United Kingdom, you can add your VAT, and then tax for all EU members, businesses. You can also activate it there. So as you can see, this can be used on a small scale and also on a large scale. Right, so now that we have this and we've set up all our membership pages, why not now play around and see how we can restrict pages? So I'm going to come over here to pages, click on add new. So what I'm going to do now is to create a brand new page. So we are going to say this page is for VIP. Okay, so I'm going to use Divi Builder. Build from scratch. And then I'm just going to add, some content here. So this is going to be a text module. So let's say this text here is like, like secret, like really secret information, right? I'm going to come back over here, paste my secret information here. Now, this is information that's not supposed to be seen by anybody, all right? I'm going to save this. And then over here, we're going to add a video. And this is a, highly classified video as well. Okay, so that's our video. I'm going to save that. Let's duplicate this one more time. Maybe 2 more videos here. I'm just going to drag this into position just like that. And then duplicate this one more time. So I'm just adding a bunch of content here that needs to be protected. Okay, so now that my page is set, in fact, for this to look really nice, we might as well add a heading, make this bold. Okay, so that looks much better now. Right, so this is our page that we need to protect. So we don't want people to come onto our website and view this page. It's very, very important that they don't see this. So I'm going to save the page. Okay, so my page is saved. I'm going to exit the Visual Builder. Right, so what I'm going to do now is to click on Edit Page. So now I can come over here and we have specific access now to this. Okay, so member press unauthorized access. So we can go in now and specify who needs to see this. But the best way to do this is by setting the rules. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to member press, click on rules. I'm going to add a new rule. Okay. So what this rule states now, and please pay attention to this because this is very, very important. So on the rules here, notice that the type of content that we can restrict is endless. We can restrict groups, pages off, single pages, posts, all posts, posts in categories, posts with tags. There's a lot we can do here, okay? So I'm going to come over here to single page. And then I'm going to go to the page that I've just created. Can't remember the page now. Right, so I'm going to come back over here. Let's go into our dashboard. All pages. So the page that I've just created is, okay, it's this one here. This page is for VIP, right? So I can come over here and say, and just search for it. So this page is for VIP. You can see here. So what this is basically saying is protected content, single page. This page is VIP, right? That's the one I've just created. And then here I can just say grant access to membership, okay? And the membership is VIP members, and it's automatically set up here because those are the 2 memberships that I've just created. So there's VIP members and a free member. So once again, protected content. This is a single page, and the page is called this page is for VIP, and then the membership is VIP members. So this is how you would set it up. And then here you can add a default login form. So if I say show, it will show the login form on the actual page. Okay. So now let's go ahead and save the rule. Now, the other thing that I would like also to do here, and I just find this quite easier when I set up my membership websites, is to create the default error page. So let's create that new page. So I'm going to come over here to add new. Let's call this error. Okay, so this is the page that people see when they try to access a membership that's not that they don't have access to. So I'm going to click here on Use Divi Builder. And again, I am going to build this from scratch. Single column. I'm going to add a blurb. And then here I'll just say, you don't have permission okay, you don't have permission to access this content. Okay, and then we can also go ahead and say, become a member. Okay, and then you can add a link to that become a member. So I'm just going to add a URL there quickly. Okay, I'm just going to add a blank link. Open a new window and then click OK. Right. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just come over here to image and icon, and let's choose an icon which pretty much shows that you're banned or can't access that information, or even a lock will do. Okay, so let's add a lock. So that is locked content. Come over here to design, image and icon. We can add a color to the lock. And then what we can also do is to come over here to use icon font size and reduce the size. It's a bit too big. Okay. And then for the text, let's center it. So pretty much I'm happy with that. I'm going to save. So that now is our error page. So I'm going to save this page. Right. Exit the Visual Builder. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back over here to my dashboard and then go to my MemberPress settings. So I think it's options. So on the options here, do you see this option here that says redirect unauthorized visitors to a specific URL? You check that. And then this is where you add the URL. So I think the URL, we called it error. Let's see if that's correct. Absolutely. Okay, so that's the URL. So this is where you add it. So I'm going to add it here like that. Okay, so redirect unauthorized visitors to a specific URL, and that's the URL right there. Update options. Great. So I'm going to add that page that we created onto the navigation. So I'm going to come over here to appearance, menus, and this page is for VIP. I'm going to edit the menu like that. Okay, save the menu. I'm only adding this page here to the menu for easy access. So in your situation, you don't need to do that. Okay, so now that we have all this set, I think I have everything that I need all set. I'm going to open this website now in a new incognito tab. Okay, so I'm going to go to the website. Right, so when people come to your website, they can, view all this content, account, Okay, so they're here. They can see, Oh, in fact, can you see? As soon as I try to click on account, now because I'm not a member, because the account page is for only members, notice what happens. Okay, so I can see the contact page, the home page, the contact page. That's fine. I have access to that. But as soon as I try to access this page, which says this page is for VIP, I get this error message. Okay, so that is really, really powerful. So any page that you try to access that you don't have access to, you get this error message that we've just created. So you can actually have a video here on the error message and also say to people, this is what you need to do. You can be specific with what needs to be done in your by explaining everything in the actual video. So this is how powerful this system is. And if you are a member, let's see if you. Let me go back here. So if you remember, all I've done here is I've clicked on login. Okay. So let's see if my username works here. Okay, so I'm going to log in. Okay, so now that I'm logged in, if I come over here to account, now I have access to my account. Now, do you see how powerful this system is? If I come over here to this page is for VIP, guess what? Now I have access to all the VIP stuff. So you can actually have multiple member options here. You can have 10, 20 types of memberships if you want to, and you can specify how these memberships are accessed. Okay, so that is how powerful this system is. Okay, so I hope you can see how powerful this plugin is and how versatile it is. So for those of you that want to create a website which has some sort of membership, I'm sure you are buzzing with ideas right now on how you can actually use this plugin on your existing websites. And this is very, 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 very important. You can start actually making money right away on your actual website that you have right now. So all you have to do is to be creative, think of ideas of how you can actually use your skills, your knowledge, what you know, and restrict that content and make it paid. And this, in my opinion, is one of the easiest plugins out there to use for your membership. So as I mentioned, I will be creating a fully fledged membership, how to create a membership course. And right now, as you can see, things are working well. We were waiting for Divi and MemberPress integration to work really well with no bugs. So right now, this is actually quite good because I've actually done the trial and everything seems to be working fine. So behind the scenes, I'm going to be working on the full course on how to create a membership website. There's two ways to access this. Number one, you can buy the MemberPress plugin using my affiliate link in the comments box below. And then once you've done that, if you go to macuniversity.com on the bottom right, just drop me a message with your receipt number just to prove that you've bought it using my affiliate link. And then I will add you onto the list of those of you that will be getting access to the how to create a membership website. The second way is obviously if you're a current member. If you're not a current member of Mac University, which is $17 per month, you will have access to all the courses that are on the university website. So you'll have access to all the courses, current and upcoming. So if you're a current member right now, you don't need to worry because you will have this automatically. But for those of you that want to have access to it, you can either become a member now. It's $17 a month. Yes. Or you can buy and that will give you access to everything. But if you want access just to the MemberPress course, you can just buy MemberPress using my affiliate link, and that'll give you access to that course. All right. So, any questions so far? I can see the room is really, really quiet. So just acknowledge that you're there and also give me some feedback on what you've seen so far regarding this tutorial. Okay, so okay, I got a message here from Godfrey saying still here. Okay, fantastic. Russell also says all good. Come on, guys, is there only like three people in the live stream? Andy also says will come in useful. Great. Okay, we're starting to get some feedback now. Scobie says plugin looks really good with many options to learn and use. Need to assess how I can use it. That's brilliant. Monique also says sounds good. Feroz, can a roadmap be defined for using various options? I'm not sure what you mean. Can you rephrase that question, please, Feroz? Then I can maybe I can better understand that because I can't really try to make out what you're trying to say. Alhaj, good to see you. Watching on a big TV. Wow. How's the picture quality on the big screen? That'll be interesting. Russell says, for concerns about plugin price, I would mention that depending on your fees, it should be easy to pay for itself. Yeah, absolutely. This is not one of those plugins because of the price. It's a bit pricey. So this is not one of those plugins that you can just just purchase just to play around with. I think this is one of those plugins that you want to purchase when you're actually ready, or if you have an idea or a business idea in mind. But if you're a freelancer, you could buy the Plus option and design up to 10 websites with it. So that is really powerful. And the websites that you build, which have that membership option, I mean, you can charge quite a lot for them. So maybe one website will actually pay for itself. So it is a very strong plugin. But yes, it's quite pricey. I absolutely agree. So it's meant to be used on one of those projects which it really make you some money, to be honest. But of course, if you're a hobbyist, you're going to play around with it, you can also do that. But for blogs and these type of websites that we've mentioned, I think this will work very, very well. And this is why I'm actually offering the free course, because I also understand that once you buy this, trying to learn how to use it is a cost by itself in terms of time and the time spent, trying to figure out things. So by me giving you access to the course, that also makes that learning curve much easier. And I can also provide support because I'm quite comfortable using this plugin. So if you have any questions, I'm very happy to respond to those questions. Right. Andy says, I am a sole trader, so often find it a bit risk buying anything. Just bought Ocean WP and Elementor Pro recently. Awesome. Alhaj says, 5-star, I should be on CNN. Wow. Monique says, is there a limit to the number of members? No, there's no limit. This is the amazing thing. You can have thousands and thousands and thousands of members. So there's no limit. There's also no limit to to how many membership levels you can create. So you can have VIP, free, gold, silver. You can have crazy memberships in there. So it's very, very, very are open. Once you've purchased it, you can always add content and add memberships to it. So there's no limit. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Johannes says if it's under GPL, which I think it is, you can find it on GPL Club site. Yes, you could find it on GPL Club sites, but in these cases, if you, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you were to get it on the club sites, these GPL plugins, you will not have access to the updates, I don't think, when MemberPress does the updates, because I think most of these plugins, even Elementor, they have it under GPL, but when it comes to updates and support, that's what you're paying for, really. You're paying for the updates and the support. So that's why you would go for the paid option. And to be honest, the support actually is very, very good, because while I was setting up Mac University, I had some issues with the payments, and I'm sure some of you will recall, because I had to go in manually and try and resolve the problem. But I had to go back to MemberPress and present them with the issue that I was having, and they were able to help me quickly, and now everything is resolved. Now, if I was doing this through a way where I did not have any support, it would be very, very difficult for me to get those answers fast, especially if you have paid customers or paying customers. So that's where the support would come in. Ahmed says, what happens if you buy MemberPress Plus and after a year you don't want to renew? Will this still be working? Absolutely, yes. And this applies to all the plugins that you buy: Elementor, Divi, all these plugins. If you don't renew, it continues working, but you won't have access to all the updates. So they may start adding more features that are beneficial to that plugin. So if you don't update, you just don't get the plugins, but it won't stop working. It will continue working. Scobie says, need ideas for creating membership, as would love to take part in your future lesson. Okay, yeah. Once you, Scobie, once you buy it, I mean, that's cool. I can, assist you in your membership creation. I'm very happy to do that. And as I mentioned, you'll also have access to the full course. So in that course, I'll be covering quite a lot. I mean, I've just scraped the surface with what I've done today. In the actual course, I'll be showing you how to create your landing pages, how to link up everything with your autoresponder, the best practices when it comes to setting up your membership websites, how to protect posts, how to protect specific pages, and all that. So this is a course which will be continuously updated as new features are coming up. So you'll always have access to it. I've got a question here from Dai, and it says, who are you and why are you in trending? I'm not sure what you mean by why am I in trending? Where am I trending? I'm not sure where I'm trending. Guys, am I trending anywhere on YouTube? That would be quite interesting if this is trending. Anyway, Dai, to answer your question, my name is Mac from macuniversity.com, where I teach how to design websites and also how to create and also how to do online marketing. So that's who I am. Okay, any more questions? Any more questions? Oh, wow. It says I'm trending in number 32 in the live section. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is really, really awesome. So this is also, due to all you guys here on this live stream. So that is really, really awesome. Hopefully, in the future, we'll be able to trend and get into the top 10 trending. I mean, that'll be really awesome if you can trend into the number 10 spot, or at least in the top 10. Scobby, am I pronouncing it right? Or is it Scooby Doo? Right, my screen is a bit far from me, so I can't really see. But the course is due to be released in sometime in January, because the one that is ahead of all these courses is one called Web Design Formula. In fact, I've spoken about it a few times here. I think this is a course that a lot of you will benefit, because this course is going to cover quite a lot. We are talking about SEO, how to design websites professionally using color. So we'll be covering things like color theory, typography, images, graphic design, SEO, as I just mentioned. We're also going to do traffic, how to get traffic to your website, blogging, how to do blogging, and we'll be covering the three main types of blogging, which is audio, written, and video. So all that is going to be in that course. So this course is going to be for those that want to really take your web design skills to the next level. And this will cover pretty much anyone, whether you're a freelance designer, small business owner, or you're just an entrepreneur. So this will cover pretty much everyone, because this stuff I'm going to be talking about is ideal to make a website function well. I mean, fully functional. So we're talking about traffic, we're talking about the website looking professional, and how to achieve that. So there's quite a lot that's going to be covered. So this is going to be a massive, massive course. So after that course is done, this is where I can go into the MemberPress course. The MemberPress course shouldn't take quite long to complete, really, because it's a course where I'll also be doing some live sessions like this, Q&As, if there's quite a lot of you that have purchased that course or the plugin itself. So I'm always accessible to Q&As, where we just need to plan them ahead of time. So that's the plan. Dai says how to make a pie. No. This is all about how to make websites. The course that I've just mentioned is going to be quite expensive. It's going to be around the $497 mark, because I am going to be adding in a lot of information in there. However, if you're a member of Mac University, you will have access to this course absolutely free. So that's how it's going to be. So it's either you buy the web design formula outright, $497, but for $17 a month, you'll have access to that. But with the $17 per month, the good thing about it is, once you feel like you don't need the membership anymore, you can cancel it anytime. So you don't have to keep it forever. So that's the advantages of that. But the online the monthly ongoing $17 a month, that will give you access to everything in the course library. Ahmed, yes, that may be something that we can do down way down in the future. But yes, it's something that I can put together, because there are ways to create that, and I'm sure there's quite a lot of you who would want to know how to achieve that. So that's something that I can definitely do, because I've done it before. So let's take a look here. Fantastic. Right. So on Saturday, I thought I'll just mention this one more time. On Saturday, we are doing website reviews. So make sure you go to macuniversity.com/reviews with an S. I think the URL is in the description below. Let me take a look. Yes, the description, the URL for that is in the description below. So go to that, add your websites for reviews. On Saturday, I'll be doing the reviews. So that's what's going to be happening on Saturday. Ahmed, yes, you can use WordPress multi-site for that. It is ideal for that, but there is quite a lot of things that you need to set up. So this has to be something where I can really explain step by step how to achieve that. Just taking a look at the questions here. Okay, right. So I guess pretty much we've covered quite a lot today. Are there any questions that you have regarding the membership website? I'm still here to answer your questions. The basic plan service is $17 per month. That will give you access to the whole training library and also some training and live workshops. In fact, I'm still working on finalizing the platform that we are going to be using for these live platforms. So Di says, does your membership website cover Netflix? I'm not sure what you mean by covering Netflix, unless you're talking about maybe a website that works like Netflix where you can add, let's say, videos on it and you have access to give to paying members, then yes, it will cover it. It covers that, definitely. So the plugin allows you to do quite a lot. So, the functionality that Netflix has, this plugin can actually do. All right, so we've come to the end of. Oh, hang on. And Russell, thank you very much for your review there. In fact, talking about reviews, I'll be adding some reviews soon on the website. So I may drop you an email and ask you if you don't mind doing me a review. I'd prefer it if it's a video review, but if you can't and you're not comfortable with the video, if you can send me like a review, that'll be great because I would like to add these onto the website so those that want to join Mac University can have an idea of how the current members feel about Mac University. So I'd really appreciate it if you can send me some reviews. So all I'll probably need is either a video or a picture and the review itself. So you can drop me an email or I will send an email out and ask for the reviews. So if I can have maybe 4, 5, or 6, I'd really, really appreciate that because I'd like people to have an idea of how they feel about Mac University, how it is now, how it's going, how I'm delivering the content, even the live, stuff like that. So people have an idea of how it is. So if you don't mind, if you can drop me an email with an image and also a testimonial, I would really, 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 really appreciate it. Andy, yes, I can also make tutorials on how to make YouTube videos. Mac University is pretty much, open to, a lot of things that can enhance your websites and make them, even better. So to be honest, in my opinion, making YouTube videos is very, very powerful. So that is something that I'll be also showing you even how to create, like the courses, how to create videos without you being in the video, that kind of stuff. So these are the future things that that I'm looking forward to creating. Right. Okay, so once again, I'd like to say to everyone who joined me today on this live stream, thank you very much. And I would also like to say it's a promise. This time, I'm not going back to Crowdcast. I think we've given it enough chances, and I really thought I could make it work today. But you know what? I'm done with it, to be honest. I mean, out of the box, it seems like a really nice service in terms of the features, but it just couldn't handle, what we're trying to do. In fact, I've actually had to upgrade my internet speed, and even with that, it couldn't even work. And I wasn't even doing multi-streaming as I used to do before. So I'm done with Crowdcast. Definitely won't be using that. So what I'm going to do next time is to try another service which was recommended called Zoom or Demio. Demio is for webinars. So I'm also going to try that and see how that one works. All right, guys, thank you very much to each and every one of you for joining me today on this live stream. I really, really appreciate it. Keep an eye on your emails. If you haven't subscribed onto this YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And also, before you go, guys, please give me a thumbs up if you really like this session today. That will also really help the channel. Okay, because that might help us trend as well, So please give me a thumbs up before you go, and also hit the bell notification so that next time I come live on YouTube, you'll be notified that I'm coming live on YouTube. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If I haven't responded to your questions, please leave your questions in the comments box below, and I will do my best to respond to those questions. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Take care.